Go Mouse Scouts, episode 89. You're listening to Go Mouse Scouts, where we're dedicated to helping you and your kids have a great time at the Disney parks, whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro. My name is Kris.
And I'm Megan.
And this is episode 89. Do you know what that means?
It means it's episode 89!
Well, yeah, but it means we're only 11 episodes to episode 100.
Wow.
Wow, or 100. 100. What am I, a second grader? Oh my gosh. Sheesh. But wow, can you believe that? Almost 100 episodes.
Nope, I can't believe that.
So I think we're going to have to do something special. I'm not sure what, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. Hopefully it won't sneak up on us and then we're like, oh no, it's episode 100 and we don't know what we're going to do special. So at the very least, you'll have some kind of an episode, right? All right. So with this episode, since Megan here is in the family way, we're going... Isn't that what they call it?
Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
I'm pregnant, honey.
She's pregnant.
That is actually a word that we're allowed to use now. As opposed to when I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball was pregnant. They couldn't actually use that word on the show.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I learned something new every day. And today it's that.
Apparently.
So what we're going to talk about today is visiting the Disney parks while you're pregnant. So, I mean, there's things that you can and can't ride and different things like that. So
since this is our fourth child, I feel pretty well versed on this.
Yes.
So, yeah, of course there's going to be things that you can and can't do. Pretty much if it has a height limit, forget it. Not happening.
Okay.
I mean, they are not actually allowed to stop you from going on the ride, but there are, of course, warnings everywhere, and they may give you a verbal warning, but most people don't want to just assume that a woman is pregnant either, because that could lead to some, I hope you like your nose kind of thing.
Some awkward situations. Right.
So they,
kind of like the beginning of this episode.
Yeah. They won't stop you from going on the ride, but of course it is safest not to be going on these, fast rides and stuff for many different reasons. You want to keep your baby safe. Right. And you want to keep yourself safe. And so, just avoid the ones that have the height limits. If you could take your little baby on the ride, then it's probably safe for you to go on too.
Good point. So what are some of the things that you would suggest doing, to still have fun at the parks while you're not able to do, Indiana Jones or, the Thunder Mountain Railroad or whatever?
Well, it's like when you go with a little kid. I mean, if you're going to be going with that baby afterwards, start getting used to the rides that you can do. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of wonderful rides that you can go on even without going on the really fast stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you really want to go on the really fast stuff, just wait a few months.
Right.
It'll come up again.
And then you can ride or switch.
Yeah. Which we have a whole episode on that too, don't we?
I believe so. Or if we don't, we should record it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this would probably be a good time to, check out some of those shows that you haven't seen, or, some of the street entertainment that they have, like the Five and Dime over at California Adventure. There's just like so many fun shows that just pop up around you and stuff.
Absolutely. This is a good time to take it slow. Especially if you can find places where you can sit, because I know when I'm pregnant, I like to sit as much as I can. There's plenty of things, like I said, plenty of things to do other than going on the fast rides. Right. And
check out some of the dining and stuff too, I mean, there's so many things that you can do, even if it's just like people watching and listening to the music and just kind of like soaking in the atmosphere that Disney has created, all immersive basically, and I realize, I mean, we're paying so much money, for our tickets or our annual passes or whatever, just to like sit and people watch or whatever. But, it really is part of the entire experience. So totally worth it.
Yes. And I will confess that I do still go on everything up till about 8 weeks. My feeling is that the baby is so tiny at that point that there's not as much risk in still going on some of the faster stuff at that point.
So 8 weeks at the beginning of the pregnancy, not 8 weeks at the end of the pregnancy.
No.
Okay.
See,
Because that's what I was thinking at first.
Weeks.
See, I'm a guy. I don't count in weeks or months. Like, okay, so whenever I ask somebody how old their baby is and they say 14 months, I'm doing math. Okay, so a year and 2 months or whatever. I mean, I just don't think in months or weeks. So yeah, I don't think many guys do.
Probably not.
So
for you guys, that's till about 2 months or so,
Yeah.
And then about that point, I'm like, okay.
So keep your wives, safe.
No, your wife needs to keep herself safe. If you decide that you're going to tell your wife that she's not going to go on something, she has my permission to pop you one.
Maybe we should record a different episode. I'm just striking out on every breath here. Oh man, is my nose bleeding? Whew. Oh, okay. So, yeah.
So one thing that I do find is super important, whether you're going to a park or you're going to, something else where you're going to be out doing a lot of walking around and you're going to be outside and stuff, is making sure you keep yourself healthy. I have found that in my pregnancies, I'm a lot more susceptible to dehydration. And when I get to the point where I'm kind of starting to feel lightheaded and stuff, water alone isn't going to cut it towards getting me back to where I need to be. So, I don't know why it took me so many pregnancies to figure it out, but this time around, I've been stocking up on the Gatorade, which I only, drink when we're out doing a lot of physical stuff. So I'm bringing some to the park with me. I brought some to the zoo with me, and that helps me to not get dehydrated so that I'm not getting myself sick.
Right.
And I can still have fun.
Yeah. And you also keep, some snacks and stuff with you as well. That was helping you to keep down the morning sickness a little bit and stuff too.
Absolutely.
Like string cheese and fruit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Granola bars. Yeah. Stuff like that. And I also find, and this is getting with the fourth pregnancy, this is happening even earlier, but as my belly gets bigger, my back starts to hurt more. And there are these fantastic maternity belts. It's the most awful name for things, and they are so ugly.
It sounds like a utility belt.
I know, right?
Maternity belt.
And they're so ugly. But
does it hold really cool things like a grappling hook and stuff?
No, it holds your belly.
Belt? But does it have cool pockets and stuff?
No, it only holds your belly.
Does it have a cool print or?
No, it like I said, they're ugly. But
so you hide it under your shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I bought one with my second pregnancy, and I could not believe the difference in my pain. And like I said, I'm using it even earlier this time than I have previously, but having that support for my belly actually makes a huge difference in how comfortable I am for the day, how long I can go, things like that. And I've been surprised by how many women have never actually considered using one. But it was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Really makes a huge difference.
So there's another item here on our list of things to talk about. And it says having the Disneyland nurse deliver. Is that?
I have read about one story of a baby being born at Disneyland.
Okay.
I don't think there's been more than that. I think there's just been one. I think if you go into labor, they're pretty quick at getting you to the hospital. But there has been one.
Wow. So they're equipped and certified or whatever to
just
do
like
that
an
there,
ambulance
I guess,
would be. Just like an ambulance would be. They have people who are medically trained in the first aid centers. They have the supplies that they would need. I mean, there's packs that they keep for that such emergency, just like an ambulance would have.
Wow. And hopefully they don't have to use it.
Yeah, I'm sure that they throw away a lot of them when things in them expire, but
wow. So you've only heard about one case.
I've only heard about one case.
So do we know if the baby born there got like a lifetime membership to Disneyland or something?
She might have.
That would, wow.
I think there was some kind of like celebration for her or something. I
don't
mean
a celebration, high fives and balloons and stuff.
No,
that's
I
fine,
mean like
but...
I think there was something. I don't remember what exactly. I'd have to go back and read that up again.
You probably won't get a lifetime membership if you have your baby there.
No, probably not.
And I think our bottom line here with just this episode is, if you're pregnant, don't let that keep you away from the parks. But
you see tons of pregnant women there.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've never actually done myself, because I usually like to stop going at about 6 months, because then I'm just too uncomfortable. But especially women who look like they're, farther along, I see them renting wheelchairs, just to get around so that they're not doing as much walking. They're not doing, as much of the physical exertion.
Right.
So that's an option too.
Exercise is still good. I mean, with pregnancy. But within reason,
being on your feet too much can lead to, swelling of your feet and ankles and stuff like that. So, I know you wouldn't know anything about this.
Just from what I've experienced with you. So, but yeah, all right. I think that covers it, huh?
Yep.
So there you go. As usual, don't forget, we have our Facebook group for you guys to come and hang out and, ask questions and share your tips and experiences and, visiting the Disney parks with your kids. And you can find that at gomousescouts.com/FB group. And we also have the Disneyland Scavenger Hunt and California Adventure Scavenger Hunt as well, that you can, go and get at gomousescouts.com/freebie.
And that's another fun thing that you could be doing at the parks while you're pregnant.
Yes, yeah.
And not riding, the fast stuff. You could be searching out our scavenger hunt or searching for hidden Mickeys or, there's tons to do at the parks without going on the fast stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So there you have it. Well, have a wonderful week. We will see you guys in the next episode on Friday with a fun conversation with Kit. So take care.
Testing 98. Papa, what is